Hello, if you are watching my video for the very first time, my name is Adrienne and I am a homeschooling mom who loves to share ways to live toxin-free. So this month I'm doing a whole series on emotions. This first video I'm going to talk about some things, frequency and energy, and kind of get into a little bit of the science piece behind some of our emotions. So I have done a whole series on the 4 pillars of health. I'm just going to touch on them for this one. If you want to dig more deeply into that, I will link that in the description for that first video of those series, and then you can just watch them if you like to learn more about that. So our body has 4 parts: physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. And if any one of those 4 is out of balance, it creates disharmony or disease in the body. And be sure to check out those videos if you want to learn more about that. But our body is so complicated and complex and intricately connected. A lot of times when you go for an issue, when you're trying to treat something or you're trying to figure something out, a lot of medical professionals will just isolate that one thing and only focus on that and not look at your body as a whole. And your overall health is very important. Your emotional health is very important. So this is just one area that we're going to focus on for the month of May: your emotions. And your emotions are pretty incredible. I've got a lot of information to share with you, so I have broken it down into weeks so you're not overwhelmed. The first thing I want to talk about is essential oils. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that we love our essential oils and how they can help our body do what it was already designed by God to do anyway, just maybe in a more efficient and maybe a quicker way. They can actually break the blood-brain barrier. So we have a barrier in our head that protects our brain from certain things, so not everything can pass that barrier. It's very selective, and essential oils are so small that they actually can pass, which is very helpful when you're trying to heal some emotions. And then they can also help benefit your body in lots of other ways, but that's a whole nother video. So essential oils we use a lot for emotions. I have 3 girls, so we have lots of emotions in our house and lots of feelings. So I'm diffusing essential oils pretty much all day when we're awake, just to help us manage our emotions and help to ground us emotionally. Vibes, you may have heard like people say, oh, that person gives off a bad vibe, or I'm really vibing with this, or I vibe with you, or whatever that means. It stands for vibrational frequency, and sometimes people can actually pick up on your mood based on the vibe that you are putting off. So like, it's scientifically proven that people do have a certain like vibe about them, a certain frequency that they're putting off, that sometimes people can pick up on it. You know, like you're in a room with a bunch of people, you're having a great time, and then this one person comes in and it just kind of changes the feeling in the air of the room. That's what vibrational energy is happening. That's just changing, and we can sense it. We can't really necessarily understand it or really describe it really well unless you really dig deep into the science, but you can definitely feel a difference when certain people come into the room, positive and negative. There are people who are very like bubbly and very energetic, and when they come in the room, the frequency is raised. It's happy times, compared to a person that's kind of the Debbie Downer, comes in and it just kind of... So everything has energy. Everything in the universe has energy, and we measure frequency in megahertz. Essential oils have the highest frequency of any natural substance. So just another little fun fact for you on essential oils: they can actually raise the frequency in the body. Lower frequencies in your body are actually welcoming illness. So they're kind of making it more hospitable for nasty bacteria and viruses to hang out if your frequency is too low. Cancer thrives at a lower frequency. So you want to bring higher frequencies into your life and raise your frequencies because they bring life, and that's just where you want to be. You don't want to be in the low frequency for a very long period of time, just because of all of the bad things that like that frequency, like nasty diseases and all of those things. So a healthy body for humans is around 62 to 78 megahertz, and we have essential oils that range from 52 to 580 megahertz. So Thieves Essential Oil is a blend that we love, and that has a frequency of 150. Forgiveness is another great one that has a frequency of 192, just to give you a clue. So you can use essential oils to help your body raise its frequency and help to boost life. Other ways that you can increase frequency, I'm sure this is not going to be a shocker. Good food, meaning straight from nature if possible, straight from a farm, not at your local grocery store, like real legit food that hasn't been processed, organic, straight from the earth, not driving on a tractor trailer for 4 days before it gets to the store and you buy it and bring it home and eat it 5 days later. You want as fresh and as natural as you can. Good supplements, same thing. There's so many different supplements, and unfortunately, a lot of pharmaceutical companies have purchased supplement companies and they haven't changed the name, so the consumer may not be aware. You've got to do your research on your supplements and make sure that they are good for you and that they are not just being flushed out of your system. A lot of times we're over supplementing, so we're taking too many at one time and our body can't pull it all out, and a lot of supplements our body doesn't have the capacity to store the minerals and the vitamins, so whatever it can't use at that moment, it just releases. So we're flushing a lot of our supplements down the drain, unfortunately. Also, getting enough rest helps to keep your frequency at a healthy level. There's actually something called animal therapy I didn't know about. Cats have a pretty high megahertz frequency, 157. So if you have a cat in your house or in your family, horses have a really high frequency and they have a huge field, meaning you don't have to be right next to the horse to experience the frequency. I've also read that dolphins have an enormous field, meaning their reach, their frequency, and they have a very high frequency as well. So you want to surround yourself, if possible, with people who have a good vibe, a good frequency, and you want to take care of your body and do all the good things that you know you should be doing already. Eating good, resting, and taking care of your body, making sure that you're getting all the good stuff in that you can, and doing what you can to eliminate toxins. So those things are going to be good for your frequency and keeping your energy where it needs to be. I hope this was helpful.